prosper with me. Hey, hey. Don't text me, of course. Bitches looking at a nigga like a full course. She just want the fashion and Christian Dior. Ay, watch it get swerved like the wheels on the porch. Ay, on pay, yeah, of course. I move like a gangster, main man, of course. She don't want a lame nigga, broke nigga, course. She been on the grind and she staying on course. Yeah, of course. She don't want a lame nigga, broke nigga, course. She just want the fashion and Christian Dior. Watch it get swerved like the wheels on the push. Now believe me, see the way I style, I make this look easy. I've been all up in Miami, it's tree shit, busting down lobster. She just wanna feed me. Oh, I'm fresh, of course. Learn that from the best, of course. Been the vet, of course. We don't speak on that, of course. Niggas booming out of pockets, getting fat, of course. Teach you how to ball, I should probably make a course. Bad little thing, she been in my face, of course. Killer pussy, you gon' see me on police reports. Play like Michael Port, I don't even play a sport. Foot the gas and floor, hand the guy, he got the board. See me shining, ain't it? I been on your mind, I know it. Hit the night before, mad cause she can't find the boy. Show my ass before I show niggas my hand, you know it. I'm a walking poem, deep up in your mind, after your thighs, yeah, I get it to it. If I start dreaming, she just hoping that I give it to her. Probably in that spleen before I really put my heart into it. She thinking I'm hooked, I'm more the captain. You right hand, don't make me cut off that one, yeah. Hey, don't text me, of course. Bitches looking at a nigga like a full course. She just want the fashion and Christian Dior. Watch it get swerved like the wheels on the porch. Hey. On pay, yeah, of course. I move like a gangster, main man, of course. She don't want a lame nigga, broke nigga, course. She been on the grind and she staying on course. Yeah, of course. She don't want a lame nigga, broke nigga, course. She just want the fashion and Christian Dior. Watch it get swerved like the wheels on her. Hey, little mama don't text me, say I'm Hollywood since I hopped on the jet ski. Hey. Now the square can't check me. I be out here wildin', probably. Ay, she get a little spicy, probably say it to your face. She wanna entice me, I ain't going anyway. I get in that pussy, I ain't leaving out a trace. Tried to catch a nigga slipping in 4K. Apologize, I would probably never anyway. I'm prophesized like the morning sun, look how I raise. Top 5, am I really cocky when I say on Fox 5? If you wanna see just how I play, dope boy, of course, everything you heard, of course. Bet your mama told you not to fuck with me, of course. So unique, I'm what you need, it's only on me, of course. Keep that fire under my seat, I'm trying to change the course. Of course, believe me, this shit too easy, of course. Phone ringing, I just gotta get her feed, yeah, of course. She gon' hold it down for a real nigga, of course. If we had to start again, she choose the repeat, of course.
Of course. Welcome to the Doja Room. Y'all know what the fuck it is. It's your boy Dope Boy Diesel. We back in the motherfucking building. Go ahead and get up in here. Let me give y'all another little minute. You know what I'm saying? Let's do the one with me and Fly High Drew. Y'all already know how it goes, man. We give up the tunes here too. So go ahead and tap in. Vibes and Highs. We just released this last month. Go ahead and get in there, man.
Yeah.
Roll your blunt up.
Bitch,
Roll that blunt up.
I got a lump sum, she give me numb some. Shawty thick, she a hottie, she a bad one. Pull up on me, she gon' fuck me, give me nine.
Roll that
I
blunt.
won't smoke it up until I see my ride.
Roll the blunt. I'm
on 10 if you got a problem. Pull up with the mob. Some nonchalance. Yeah, that no option. Sturdy like my ride. That be my shot. We take no caution. I might spin a body. I might leave a nigga now. Hey, staying cautious amongst the drama. She got all that attitude from my mama. I'ma hit it if she got a man and got no honor. She know I'm as savage as it gets and she my karma. We on floor seats. She like come and floss me. Shit, we gon' see. She gon' pop it for a real, oh excuse me. She like diamonds on the link, so them hoes see. Bitch, I got the trap jumping like trampoline. Lot hoes on sun, spinning codeine. Bring another round, shot shorty, she all on me. And I'ma take it down, spark sun, she ain't gon' leave, she wanna drown. Chop, wait, up, jump, Hey, bitch, I'm on the way. I can't fuck with lil' mommy, she know my lil' bae. I got bitches pull up on me from behind the way. Ballin' like a, what you don't say. Bitches tryna be you, but they be posing. Like to keep her on my arm like a rolling. What her nose say? She be fucking like she tryna get some bills paid. She my bad little thing, she my little babe. Grab her ass when she walk, she gon' keep shaking. Shake, 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 shake. Yes, I got the trap jumping like trampoline. Live hoes on sun, spitting codeine. Bring another round, shot, shorty, she all on me. And I'ma take it down, spark sun, she ain't gon' leave, she wanna drown. Shot, wait, up, jump,
yes, sir. Vibes and highs, people. Vibes and highs. Go ahead and get in here. Welcome to all my stoners, hippies, and hip hop enthusiasts. Welcome to the motherfucking Doja Room. I'm your boy, Dope Boy Diesel, your humble host, as usual. Okay, we getting in here. We got a few things to talk about. Just spitting off the top. Pause. Okay. There's a couple of things going on in hip hop. It's been a very eventful hip hop week, I could say. And we still got more shit to cover, more shit to talk about, and I'm really just doubling back on some shit that's been going on the last couple of days. But we touched on it a little bit, UK versus US. You know what I'm saying? Now Joyner Lucas and Skepta is going back and forth. Nicki is seemingly getting some real action done with this Mac WAP situation. So we'll get into that as well. And apparently Tulsi Gabbard, she got the scoop on Barack, and now they calling him a treasonous bastard. Oh man. Not our first black president. So, there's a lot going on here in the Doja Room. Amongst other things, okay? But let me just make sure that we are, okay, 100% in tune. Are y'all here with me? Are y'all rocking with me? If you rocking with me, go ahead and hit this video with a like. All right? If you're on YouTube, Twitch is down today. I don't know why, but we'll work on that. This is why you need to be in the Doja Room community, okay? So that you can get updates. This is strictly about music, updates. If y'all want to promote yourselves and y'all music too, it's for that too, okay? So go ahead. I finally went ahead and threw the playlist in the Doja Room community, all right? So again, if you want to be in tune with what's going on, updates, and where are we streaming at, things like that. Sometimes we have some technical difficulties, things go wrong, and you need a little update to know what's going on. So this is the place where you can know everything that's going on in the Doja verse, okay? We got the playlist in there, as I said. We got Diesel's Doja, we got Melodic Ice. And if you are an artist, you want to get on these playlists, I suggest you hit me up. Go ahead and get into the community, and I can even throw you on these playlists. I think it will be a great thing if we support each other and, you know, promote each other. And, you know, that's what this community is all about, dropping the music. We love who we love, but this is strictly music. If you got some good tunes that you want me to listen to, I probably didn't hear, go ahead and drop that in the community. That's what this shit is all about. We about the music, okay? So, with that being said, there's a couple of things going on in hip hop, in the news. Man, where do we really start? You know what I'm saying? First of all, y'all go ahead and hit this video with a like and a repost real quick. If you're listening on X, if you are on YouTube, go ahead and hit this with a subscribe. Let's get to the little shit real quick. All right, let's get some of the little shit out the way, because I thought this was pretty interesting. Okay. Let's get the quick shit out the way. Clarissa Shields, my girl, she has officially challenged Layla Ali. I ain't gonna hold you. Layla Ali looking old as shit. You look, I don't know. How old is Layla Ali? I ain't even gonna hold you. She look a little bit too old to be trying to fight Clarissa Shields. But Clarissa Shields is up there herself. But let's go ahead and get into the video. Clarissa Shields apparently has issued a whole video.
Clarissa Shields, I was gonna come back and fight a war. Everybody's talking about it. Or in the boxing circuit. The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we like. Layla, I'm here with my team. I got great news for you. We got the 15 million.
Okay.
Let's make a fight between me and you. The best versus the best.
The best
The
versus
great
the
versus the
best.
greats. The
Okay.
GOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter, Layla Ali. Let's make it happen. Mark,
Damn.
what else do we got?
Look, we have the two most prominent venues in this country, Cowboy Stadium, T-Mobile Arena, ready to go. They're extremely interested. We just have to...
Hold on. Was that a shot? She said the GOAT versus Muhammad Ali's daughter. God damn. Shorty said that's all you is. I actually put in work for my name. God damn that. You might have to beat her ass just because of that. You feel me? I ain't gonna hold you.
finalize deals and dates with them. Most importantly, though, Ruben Branson, Win Records, thank you so much for supporting us, because that's what allows us to make this offer.
Thank you very much, Mark. Win Records assignment was...
We did not expect his voice to sound like that. Now we gotta question if this nigga is gay. I did not expect his voice to sound like that. I ain't gonna hold you. He over there with the shades, looking real tough and shit. I ain't gonna hold you. I did not expect him. I thought his voice was gonna be deeper than mine. Like the fuck is going on here? But let's continue. I digress.
to bring forth $15 million. We have the $15 million for Layla. Let's make this fight happen.
That's what I'm talking about. So you saying we got the 15 million, we got the venue, and we got the dates.
Okay.
Now all we need is Layla Ali. Is he gonna make this fight happen or what? You asked for the 15 million and we delivered.
God damn. God damn. She said, "Oh, you want 15 mil? Oh, that's what you want? Oh, okay. Hold up. I can put that together." Damn, Layla Ali, go ahead and answer the girl. You know what I'm saying? Give her a response. We got to see that. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know, I'm a big boxing fan. I did box myself, Silver Gloves champion, put in my work in the ring. And yeah, it's just, I love the sport. You feel me? So expect me to be talking a little bit about that, keeping y'all updated with some more. I feel like we got to talk more about boxing because I love boxing, bro. I love watching boxing matches. I love what Aiden Ross is doing. I want to in the future do some shit like that. Like he's really putting on, even if it's just, you know, really him putting a bunch of untrained niggas who got internet beef in a ring together. You know, for the love of the sport, you putting the sport on, niggas is boxing it out. I love it. You feel me? So we definitely got to get some more boxing news up in here for sure. Now y'all in the Doja Room, I hope y'all are lighting y'all blunts up once again, okay? But let's get to this post. I thought this was interesting. Okay, from Academics TV. It says Super Bowl monthly listeners peak versus now. Let's break this down, okay? This is very interesting, very telling. All right, The Weeknd, when he did the Super Bowl, his peak was 120 million. Today he's still at 110 million. It seems pretty stable. If you ask me, the drop off of 10 million, but hey, okay, you got 100 fucking million people listening to you every month, okay? So Rihanna, her peak was 80 million at the time. She increased today to 93 million. So that Super Bowl performance did a lot for her, along with other things, I'm sure. And, you know, she has a healthy increase, a 10 million, 13 million really increase, okay? Then you got Usher, who is stable at 44 million. Nothing changed, okay? Might have fluctuated, but at the end of the day, nothing changed. Same people listening to Usher. We still love Usher. Cool. But then we get to SZA. Her peak is 94 million, okay? At their Super Bowl performance, along with Kendrick Lamar, who's also at 120 million. Holy shit. So they both drop off. SZA, approximately 20 million, a huge drop, all the way down to 74 million. Kendrick drops from 120 million all the way down to 79 million, just under 80 million. Folks, that's nearly do y'all not get, that's damn, what, over 40 million people? Like, what the fuck? How do you just lose 40 million monthly listeners out of thin air? I guess the jig is up. But it's just interesting how this whole thing has been orchestrated. We talked about this last episode, and shout out Rap Rhetoric who popped in with us yesterday. But it's just interesting how, we sit here and argue back and forth with people who just blatantly ignore shit like this. And this is why ultimately this shit is futile. Because you're arguing with people who don't give a fuck about logic, numbers, facts, reality. I mean, they are effectively fucking insane. You are arguing with insane individuals. Effectively. Because if you keep looking at how everything played out in numbers like this, and you're still looking at Drake sideways when it comes down to this lawsuit shit, I really don't know where niggas is going with a lot of the shit. Like, I really don't know where your mind is at. How you're still side-eyeing Drake and not realizing the clear play, just ignoring the clear UMG play. Mind you, most of these niggas is fuck the system, fuck the industry type niggas. Black hippies and shit. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? This is blind loyalty, cult-like behavior. And speaking of cult-like behavior, this is a perfect segue because I put this video aside. But I wanted to get into it because I figured it seemed like there were some interesting things being said. Now, I went ahead and seen this video myself. This is from Top 5 Troy, I believe the nigga's name is. Okay, I don't watch too much of his content, but respect to the man. Now, I watched the video that he's about to review. I felt like it was some pretty solid, shit that was, being said. And it seems like he even liked the video, so apparently he agreed with some of the shit being said. But let's get into what he has to say now. I'll probably only watch about 10-15 seconds of the video, but I just set this one aside. So let's get into it.
Watch this Kendrick haters argument that he put in this little TikTok video here. I appreciate a Drake fan. I appreciate a Kendrick fan who can be like, yo, it's a good battle. They did what they did. There was good songs on both sides. Now we move on. But then you have this type who tried to do this type of revisionist history to try to save face or something. So let's get right to it.
More fans, so here we go. First thing first, Kendrick avoided answering any of Drake's claims. I've been saying this forever. In a rap battle, I say something to you, you defend yourself, say something back to me.
False. You don't always have to defend yourself in a rap battle. Sometimes the best...
But hold on, because I don't know if that's revisionist history or what you were talking about, but that's 100% a fact. He didn't respond to anything. So, regardless of how you look at it, we're going to break this down point by point. Regardless of how you look at this, my boy, that was a fact, okay? That's fact number one. I don't understand what you got a disagreement with, but we're going to continue.
Defense is simply good offense. It's simply a counterpunch. In a rap battle, you are not responsible for addressing every single claim made about you. That's facts.
Not every single claim, but he didn't address anything at all.
Kendrick did not defend himself, not one time, which to me makes the claim seem a little bit more true.
Yeah, it doesn't make the claim seem more true. The fact that someone decides not to address something that may seem wildly inappropriate said about them, it doesn't make it seem more true. As a matter of fact, what can make this claim seem more true is you going over and over and over the line, trying to be like, no, I didn't do that. I swear to God, I didn't do that. No, that makes it seem like, oh, you seem a little guilty.
Now, number two, why is Mr. Anti-Establishment helping the establishment go after Drake?
Helping the establishment? What is this about the UMG lawsuit? How is Kendrick helping the UMG lawsuit? He did a deposition, which he has to show up for. I'm pretty sure people are subpoenaed for those things, but it's Drake suing UMG. How is Kendrick helping UMG?
Okay. Are we being serious? Are we being serious right now? How is Kendrick helping UMG? What made Kendrick want to green light a beef with Drake out of nowhere, out of the blue? Like, okay, this is my time. Yeah, let's get it. Now today is the day. Today is the day. For whatever reason, he picked 2024. Okay, this is the day we gonna do it. Fuck it. What? Because you niggas can sit here and act like, oh, first person shooter, they went at Kendrick. Niggas didn't say shit to Kendrick. Niggas didn't really say shit to Kendrick in first person shooter. So if that's y'all excuse, it's not making sense. I'm not about to play these games. I'm not about to play these games, brother. And you don't have to be a super biased, because I do agree with, you know, his first statement. Some niggas are dragging it the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be Drake every fucking day. You feel me? I just spent a whole month talking about Diddy and everything else. So I'm happy to get back to some Drake content. But you're right. It doesn't have to be Drake every fucking day. But at the same time, we're not going to act like there aren't people on the opposite end who are constantly pushing narratives themselves. Just this crazy shit. This crazy shit. Drake fans never move like this. This is a counter. You're looking at a reaction. I've never seen this from Drake stands, fans, nothing, until it was war. These niggas made it war. You're looking at a battle, nigga. Now, yeah, some of us can be tired. Niggas get tired of war. Some niggas be wanting to put the guns down, put the swords down, the knives. But there's some niggas who stay on task, stay on mission. They got a bloodlust. They gonna see it through to the end. And I respect that too. Don't get me wrong, I respect it. Because there gotta be somebody who's always riding, who's staying consistent, who's watching the books, who's watching what's being said every day, who's tuned in every day. Because everybody can't. Everybody can't be. You're going to need one or two people to be able to fill you in and be like, hey, this is what's been happening. So I don't knock those individuals who stay locked in to OVO verse or Kendrick verse or whatever might be going on. But God damn it, sometimes it gets fucking tiring, my nigga. I got to talk about some other shit. So I get that. But, bro, we're not going to play this game of, oh, what did Kendrick do? How did Kendrick help UMG? What the fuck are you talking about? What was UMG's plan otherwise? What was UMG's plan to knock Drake off his pedestal otherwise? What was the plan? You tell me the alternative. Or do you not believe that? Do you not believe that this was a UMG plot? Do you not believe this was a calculated hit? As I've been saying the entire time, we all know what it felt like. We all know what it felt like. It was a calculated hit.
Another big thing that just irks me in my soul, because, hey, if you're going to practice what you preach, live true to it. Otherwise, shut the hell up.
Live true to it. What are you talking about? Is Kendrick anti-establishment or something? And how is he helping the establishment? I don't think he ever explained that.
And to get to it,
I've been saying for a long time now, California was fighting for reparations. Where was Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick Lamar did all of this watch the party die. He told you these pedophiles got to be erased. He hates them. This nigga is on stage every fucking night saying zilch about this fucking Epstein list. You are all around the world right now not saying a fucking thing about this Epstein list, Mr. Certified Pedophile Killer. Why aren't you talking? This is why we say Kendrick Lamar is full of shit. You not bout nothing, nigga. Cause how are you not speaking on this Epstein list, but you talking about Drake performing Certified Pedophile every fucking day, but you not talking about this Epstein list? You not fighting for reparations in California. You not on top of the shit that you claim you're on top of and you hate. All of this shit is going on in your own backyard. You could be the voice. These niggas is trying to put this Epstein list to bed right now. They trying to sweep it under the rug. Who else to talk about this shit besides Kendrick Lamar? You live under the Hollywood sign, nigga. You live under all of this demonic shit. You see it. You've brushed shoulders with these niggas. So how are you not talking about this? This is why I don't like disingenuous shit like this. This is why it makes me question whether niggas is in it for just content or if you trying to keep shit 100 and you asking the real questions. And this is why we also talk about politics here in the Doja Room, because you niggas got to be in tune to the shit that's really going on in the world so that you don't just brush shit like this aside. You really got to be in tune. You really got to pay attention, because if you're not, you'll be a nigga like this. Be, oh, how is Kendrick not helping the establishment? How is he? Now, I get it. He might not be actively helping in their favor, the establishment. But when it comes to UMG, oh, most definitely, he played his part in that. But when it comes to shit like him fighting for reparations in California, when it comes to shit like him not speaking on this Epstein list, but you're performing every fucking night in front of live audiences, talking about how you hate pedophiles, where does your morality and allegiance really lie? We got to start to question that, because we out here fighting for this shit to come out right now. We need everybody to be talking about this shit. And we side-eyeing every nigga who's not. Shit, Drake need to talk about it too. But we know a nigga like Drake is way more willing to talk and stand on business about shit like this than a nigga like him. And on top of that, Drake doesn't fall into or try to fit this mold of this fucking activist, this Tupac in the Second Coming. You mean to tell me you niggas don't think Tupac would be talking about this Epstein list? You niggas mean to tell me you don't think Tupac wouldn't be a voice? Wouldn't be a leading voice speaking on this Epstein list? You niggas are frauds. The niggas who stand behind him are frauds. Kendrick Lamar is a fraud. He's a fraud. Because how are you not speaking on certain shit? But you are your number one song, the greatest song that you have ever put out, your number one song of all time, is an evisceration of pedophiles. And you're not speaking on the Epstein list coming out? I don't get it. And if you're going to sit here and be like, oh, well, how is Kendrick, what does Kendrick need to speak on this for? What the fuck do you mean? It's just niggas being willingly ignorant. It's willful ignorance. That's what it is. That's what this nigga is sounding like right now. You just being willfully ignorant, my nigga. I'm sorry to say. You sound crazy.
Deeper meaning of this, what I mean by this is Drake was essentially running for
and also the idea, and he's about to explain it, but the idea that either of these guys, Kendrick or Drake, are anti-establishment is wild. These are both huge artists, mega artists on major labels. They've won Grammys. They are all over the place. They are the epitome of establishment industry rappers. Like, they are the biggest rappers in the industry, both of them. So the idea that one is anti and one is non-anti, like, this is not Billy Woods we're talking about here, you know, a super underground rapper. These are major artists on a major label.
I get that, but at the same time, this nigga spent the whole battle saying fuck the industry. This nigga dropped a record saying this, watch the party die. Were you not there when all his fans was breaking down this music and breaking down Watch the Party Die and all the bullshit that they were saying? Were you not there? I don't have selective memory. I remember it all. Or not at all. I don't get where you niggas were, but it's not making sense to me how you're not understanding how on one side these niggas tout Kendrick as this leading voice of change, of black power, of bringing forth black issues, this, that, the third. For all we know, those children could have been all black kids. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know at all. We don't know anything. We need voices like him. Mr. Keep the family close. Keep your family safe. Like, what are we talking about? Why are you not understanding how he put himself in that mold to where we look to you to say shit like this? We look to you to be the leading voice and talking about shit like this. Drake obviously has the balls to sue his own fucking label and say, fuck you niggas. So what are you not getting?
Get to a deeper meaning of this. What I mean by this is Drake was essentially running for artists to be able to make a lot more money in the long run through these streaming platforms.
You know, this sounds like whenever someone gets caught for, you know, having a weird case and people are like, oh, he was about to buy NBC. Oh, Bill Cosby, he was about to buy NBC. That's why they took him down. That's what this sounds like.
He was pushing to create
Drake was about to buy NBC.
more income for artists, breaking through that barrier. The second he breaks through it, everybody else is able to follow. It's like the mile run. Nobody broke 4 minutes for the longest time until one person did it. And then everybody started breaking it.
Well, that's a terrible analogy because we'll just let him go.
This is the same thing that was going on with Drake.
I get what
he was setting a new tone in the music industry for artists to be able to make more money. And what does Kendrick do? Try and ruin that.
How did Kendrick try and ruin that? They had a rap battle. You know what I mean? They had a rap battle on wax. How did Kendrick try to ruin it?
I agree with that point. You know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Kendrick wanted to ruin. Whether he was a knowing or unknowing participant in exactly what UMG tried to do, he participated in it. Now, did he intentionally try to stop bags and ruin artists from getting paid more? And, you know, I can't definitively say something like that.
Drake was involved in it too. It was a back and forth between two mutually participating parties.
Number 3. If
Say that 3 times fast.
you are about to fight and you bring 3 of your friends to the battle, I already won. In your mind, you know that you're not sufficed to come.
Yeah, Kendrick didn't bring anybody to the battle. It was actually Future who brought Kendrick to the battle. Future and Metro had 2 albums just full of dissing Drake. You know, so it's not that Kendrick brought people with him to the battle. Drake, it's not like Drake brought anybody with him too. To both of their credit, they came dolo. As a matter of fact, it was Future who bought Kendrick.
My nigga, what you're saying doesn't make it any better. I don't know if you're hearing yourself. What you're saying doesn't make the situation any. Oh, okay. He didn't bring people. He waited till niggas was jumping. 2 niggas were jumping him already, and then joined in. That's actually what happened. Okay, the fuck, the fuck, nigga.
Wasn't Kendrick who brought somebody.
Come at me
These are
alone.
the facts.
You had to go get the Avengers behind you. So when Kendrick went and teamed up with Future, with Metro Boomin, and then we start seeing Rick Ross join in, The Weeknd joining in, all on the same album, that's problematic.
What that got to do with Kendrick? That's not Kendrick's album.
That tells me that you know you are not sufficed for this battle.
Well, that you were proved.
Kendrick knew what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, stop it. You nitpicking. You trying to nitpick the fuck out this video, and it's cringe, bro. Like, you sounding crazy.
Proved wrong. Like Kendrick won a resounding victory. Kendrick won. And you know what the Drake fans will say? Well, Drake had the better records. Even if I give you that Drake had the better records, Kendrick still won. So it lets you know how a resounding of a defeat that was. Because even though Drake had the better records, how did he lose then? I mean, come on. Again, this is just a revisionist history, but you know, salute.
Just right there off rip. And of course, people keep saying, well, of course he's going to keep playing the song and pushing it all the events he's at. It's his number one song.
Yeah.
That's my point. His number one song is speaking on another man. And the only reason it's number one, which is part of the lawsuit, is that the labels pushed it on every streaming platform.
Well, the song was going to be a hit regardless. I mean, the day it dropped, before the bots even got a chance to touch it. The day it dropped, everyone was like, hit record, hit record, hit record. A casual fan, a 2-year-old. It's like Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. Once you heard it one time, you're like, yeah, this is a hit.
Every playlist that you could think of and every radio station that you could possibly listen to. And then to maximize on his weirdness, he went and brought out an old ex-girlfriend of Drake's to perform on the Super Bowl.
He's talking about Serena Williams. I don't really think that's weird on Kendrick's part. Again, it's the victory lap. I did think that was kind of weird on Serena Williams' part, you know. But anyways,
you can't get more revolved around this.
Nigga, it's weird. Like, it's weird, bro. If it was Drake doing some shit like that, y'all niggas would be like, oh, that's weird. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, stop it. The niggas would not be giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Man, than right now. Number 4, in a rap battle, you get a chance to rap, I get a chance to rap.
yeah, okay.
You get a chance, I get a chance. We go back and forth. Kendrick didn't want to play that game. Why?
Well, it's not. Well, you know, this isn't fencing. You know what I mean? You take a stab, I take a stab. And Drake actually popularized this mode of battle.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. You don't, nigga, we ain't waiting on turns. If I got 2 in the clip and I want to drop both of them tonight, back to back, and fuck it. You know what I'm saying? And you respond with 1 7-minute record, then hey, that it is what it is. But
He has a song called what? Wait for it. He dropped Charged Up against Meek Mill. Then he dropped Back to Back. So yeah, it was 2 records in a row after Meek Mill had not responded. So I mean, that's kind of why Kendrick did that. He mentioned it in U40. Back to Back. I like that record.
that was a bad comparison because Kendrick dropped that shit less than 24 hours later. So I mean, you trying to nitpick, but since we nitpicking, my nigga, that's not 100% facts.
Get back to that. I'm about to go back to back on you.
Why? Because the labels are smart. Kendrick didn't make this decision. The labels made it for
Okay, the labels made a decision. It's like when Drake was on Taylor Made Freestyle talking about, yo, Kendrick ain't gonna respond until a couple months, until November, because the label's making him wait for Taylor Swift to, again, it's like the Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC thing. It sounds silly. Also, Taylor Swift was telling Kendrick not to drop, but then people forget about that whole narrative. So when Kendrick actually started dropping at a rapid pace, what happened to your argument that the labels were telling Kendrick not to drop? What happened to that argument? Like Taylor Swift and all that? Like, come on, man, this sounds silly.
for him. So when Drake started dropping his disses, within 10 to 20 minutes of his disses dropping, guess what Kendrick's doing? Dropping his disses, and not just on
Stomping your ass. That's called stomping your ass. Facts.
YouTube. No. He's dropping his disses and immediately putting them onto platforms.
What's wrong with that? Get your bread, man. Get your money.
Streaming platforms, where it's going to be much more accessible than Drake's work.
How's that Kendrick's fault? Nigga, put your songs on streaming too. Like Drake can't put his, like Drake don't got DistroKid. Drake don't got TuneCore. Drake don't got CD Baby. He can put his songs on Spotify and Tidal too. What you mean?
Just on YouTube or Twitter. Now, was this smart in the eyes of a businessman? 100%. This was...
It's common sense. Why would you drop a diss record? You in a major battle. Why would you drop the diss record just on your Instagram, just on Twitter? Did that even make sense to you?
Chef's kiss, beautifully done. But in the eyes of someone who's trying to watch a battle rap, that's not how shit gets done.
This ain't battle rap, homie. This is a rap battle. This ain't, Tay-Rock versus Daylight or something like that.
Here, I want to hear the other side. Shut the hell up while they're going, and then you respond to it after.
Yeah, this ain't. See, this is a rap battle, but it ain't battle rap. Battle rap is something specifically. This wasn't that. Battle rappers would agree.
And last but not least, number 5 is going to be Kendrick playing, and most of the people defending him, playing the street role. When the streets, you don't do this, this, and this. You don't
Kendrick was playing the street role? What do you mean? What is he talking about?
go to court. Shut the hell up.
Kendrick said you don't.
I mean, he definitely was saying some wild shit. He was talking about snatching chains and burning tattoos, nigga. I mean, the fuck?
Go to court. It was actually Drake who said something about the streets. Like, yo, on Family Matters, what did he say? Yo, you can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read. He basically saying, where's the paperwork? You can't call me whatever he was saying. You can't call me a snitch or something because you need paperwork. That's actually a street narrative. We need the paperwork. We need the content, as Wack 100 would say. We need the content.
I mean, You can look at it like that, but you're talking about literal proof. How else would you get proof that I snitched and cooperated with the police? What other proof would you get, nigga? Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're not making sense, brother. Like, you trying to nitpick the fuck out this video, and some shit you saying, look, well, a majority of the shit you've been saying is just wild. Like, it's not even making sense, my nigga.
I don't remember Kendrick ever saying anything close to that.
Up, you goofies. Drake and Kendrick are not you guys. They're not playing with little kid money. These guys are playing with multiple millions and
He said you guys as if this nigga got millions of dollars too. What are you talking about, Brody?
billions of dollars. So when that type of money
I like his glasses though. I have those same glasses. Mine are Ray-Bans though. Club Masters. His look like they could be Ray-Bans too.
is at hand, yes. If they're playing around with your money, your livelihood, the stuff that feeds not just your family, but the family and friends.
Look how many semantics we going. We talking about feeding our families and all this. It's a battle, you know. It's a rap battle. Come on.
To the people you put on behind you, hell yeah, we're going to court. I'm gonna go get my $500 million bag. And if you don't think that that's what should be done, it's because you've been in the streets too damn long. Get that.
We've been in the streets. What are you talking about? The majority of people have never been in the streets who are watching this video, including you. The majority of us never committed a crime, never sold a gram of cannabis, you know, Oxycontin.
You trying to diverge from the point, but at the end of the day, what's being said is you can't sit here and call me a pedophile, nigga. Like, that shit is unheard of. Like, what are we doing? Niggas don't just sit here and call niggas pedophiles of all things you could say. Just crash out. Like, all right, fuck it. None of this shit is working. Fuck it. Let me just crash all the way out. Let me just call the nigga a pedophile. Shock factor, shock factor. To this day, you still got niggas over here believing this shit. We don't gotta sit here and dance around the point, my brother, and try to do all of this extra shit. We appreciate your time, but yeah, it's time for you to get your ass on out of here, because we don't know what you're talking about, okay? But we appreciate your comments. This was a terrible take, though. It was a terrible take. I hope you wake up and, you know, you get your life together a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit is crazy. Let's move on to Nicki, though. We got some Nicki updates, but before we get to that, let's listen to Wayno's perspective on what's been going on with Nicki, okay? Personally, I feel like a lot of niggas is missing the plot when it comes to Nicki, and a lot of the things that she's saying and what she is exactly fighting for, even though how she give it up is how she give it up. It might be a little harsh. It's direct. She don't give a fuck, and she's burning shit down, okay? She don't give a fuck. And a lot of niggas are put off by that. But at the end of the day, the people that she's going up against and the stuff that she's speaking on, there's no other way to say it. I always say you have to get to a certain level for niggas to pay attention sometimes. You have to crash the fuck out for people to pay attention sometimes. It's just honest. Okay? Sometimes you gotta crash out for niggas to take you serious. And then sometimes a couple years later, a couple months later, shit, you might have to remind them. But it's necessary, okay? But let's get into this. We got Wayno speaking on Nicki Minaj. He says Nicki Minaj is bugging.
I'm Wayno. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you like what it is that I do, make sure that you hit that sub button and run them likes up. We're going back to the Nicki Minaj conversation. We're going back to the situation with Nicki. Nicki bugging. She been bugging for a minute, but now it's just, I mean, it's been going too far, but now it's just like ridiculous because Mac Wap, who is, you know, a person who is a part of TDE, you know what I'm saying? He was Kendrick Lamar's DJ for some time. Mac Wap streams, and he's a personality like everybody else is on the internet making content. And he says something, you know, about Nicki, yo, man, she better chill out before she get put in a blender like a boy, alluding something to like, you know, what happened to Drake as far as rapping. What we came here for, right? And Nicki ats a rep for Congress and says, this man just publicly threatened me. I've notified the FBI and the CIA. I want this thug locked up, and I'm ready to talk about everything these people.
Yeah, that shit had me dying yesterday. I'm not about to lie. That shit had me crying. If y'all was in here yesterday, y'all know, nigga. I couldn't hold it together. Like, this shit had me literally in tears, bro. I'm not gonna hold you.
Have done to me.
This shit was hilarious.
I just be like, yo, bro, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm confused. Because even when it was the punch stuff, I bet you won't fight a man. And I'm just like, why? What do fighting got to do with anything? Like, what do fighting got to do with anything? But let's just go back to this for 1 second, right? Let's just go back to this for 1 second and put a few things into perspective. I'm 42 years old, same as Nicki Minaj. Me being 42, I don't look at it like my next birthday is I'm gonna be 43. I look at it as in 8 years, well, technically 7, because I'll be 43 in the end of this year. In 7 years, I'll be 50. That's how I look at it. Do people question how I conduct myself? Maybe some do. Maybe people think that I'm too old to do certain things or dress certain ways or whatever. But with this type of activity that's going on, it's very confusing. And the first person it's confusing to is the people who support you the most. And I'm gonna talk about her base. Because you can't be Ruby Red the Sleeves and doing all that gang talk and all of that, and then calling Desiree a rat and all of that, and then going on and saying, yo, I'm calling the FBI and the CIA on y'all.
Nigga, yes she can. She's a female. The fuck, we all know all of this shit don't apply to them. See, I'm not getting a lot of you niggas sitting here trying to argue this point against Nicki, like, oh, she's a snitch. This nigga Vlad over here, like, but if I was to say these things, I would get, you know what I'm saying? I was labeled what did they say? I was labeled a Fed for 10 years. Let me see if I can find this shit. Like, I even gonna hold you. This nigga Vlad was crying. He said, Vlad said, look, if people call me the Feds, like I said, bro, she's a female. I said it's almost understood that if your bitch is gonna be the first to fold aside from a very small few. That's it. That's it, my nigga. Like, it's not gonna be too many. It's not gonna be too many that's gonna really stand there. Like, females, if you ever been in the gym with some bitches, or you ever seen some shit going down and there was a lot of bitches involved in some gang shit, and so the bitches be the first to fold. This is not news. I have never expected a woman to hold it down and not snitch. You just don't have them around this shit. Like, you just don't have them around that shit, bro. Like, it's not, they're going to fold. And if she got a kid, she 100% going to fold. It's not even a question. So I'm not getting this angle that a lot of people are taking when it comes down to Nicki Minaj, like, oh, you know, this is, like, you're a snitch. Like, oh, this nigga Vlad over here talking about, they called me the Feds. Like, we're not calling her the Feds, nigga. She's a female, nigga. We don't call females snitches. It's expected. Females are just citizens by default. Females are just citizens by default, no matter what they doing. I don't give a fuck what you got them doing. If you got a female doing anything for you that is against the law, expect her to fold. Okay? Expect her to fold. You better just hope you're dicking her down real good. Or else, brother, you know what I'm saying? Because if you are, she gonna fold, but she ain't gonna give up that. She ain't gonna throw you under the bus. You feel me? She gonna fold, but she ain't gonna throw you under the bus. But if you ain't dicking her down, and if you You know what I'm saying? You eating and she ain't really caking like that on some Andrew Tate shit. Oh yeah. These bitches is gonna save themselves. Okay? On some Cassie Diddy yeah, they gonna save themselves. It's not about, you know, and that's just how it goes. We just watched this Diddy case. We see how Cassie was completely absolved of everything despite what we heard in court. And now she's being sued. We'll see where that goes. But when it comes down to these females, you niggas taking this angle of, oh, this is snitch behavior. She's a snitch. Like, I don't see how you can call Nicki Minaj a snitch. She's a female. Like, I don't take any of that gang shit seriously with them. All of it, you know, I don't take none of that shit serious. Like, when it comes down to a female, I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
The FBI and the CIA. The FBI and the CIA and adding government officials because some.
I think Nicki was somewhat trolling at the same time, but she not playing, but she is trolling at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, this shit is funny. It's just hilarious. Like, I don't understand how you don't watch her crash out and don't think the shit is funny. Like, you know, but I don't know. I live on a drastically different side of the spectrum. Like, I just like fuckery sometimes, you know. I just like fuckery. I just like to sit back and watch, you know. That's just me.
Somebody said something regarding your actions. That shit is just ridiculous, yo. It's just ridiculous. Now, I said some things about like putting it in song, right? And putting and addressing things in music and addressing things in song. But then it got me to thinking about how a lot of these artists can't even create the way they used to because they so stuck on doing this shit. This is the new mixtapes, tweets, IG stories, IG lives. And then I think about a certain level of class and how people should represent themselves with class. And I think about like, even for this, right? Because the government official, she responds and she says, oh yeah, she says, please text my cell. I will forward this to law enforcement immediately. Threats of violence and assassination should be taken very seriously. Hope you're okay. We'll talk soon. In reply to Nicki Minaj. And I'm like, bro.
The thing is, she's going against Rock Nation. And it's sad that you're not addressing what she's actually talking about. It's sad y'all not addressing. Y'all can hate Nicki. I'm not the biggest Nicki fan when she be doing her bullshit. And if you ask me, from the sound of it and from what people were saying in the past, she was the type of person to stop some bags. But I don't understand how you don't address what she's saying. And when you look at it in the context of watching how Desiree Perez moved with her own daughter, her son-in-law, had them followed around with guns, this, that, the third. We know what this industry is capable of. We know what America is capable of. We know what this power at the top is capable of. Think about what people really know about the Tory Lanez case. Think about that. Think about the things that they could speak on. Just think about that. Y'all are not looking at this in the context of, oh, okay. Well, if Shorty was over here doing this, having niggas followed around, tapping into iPhones, putting cameras in niggas' bedrooms and shit, what else is she capable of? Why would I sit here and play with a woman who her own daughter has told you she has the best of the best in technology, in all type of CIA shit she got going on over there, to get what she wants out of the industry? Nicki Minaj is not just going up against any rapper, and you niggas are getting distracted by thinking that she's going against one person or going at one person. And this is going to be one of those times where you hear me defend Nicki, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't understand how you're not addressing the root of it all. Y'all can be mad about, oh, I don't think she should conduct herself like this. She's too old to be doing this. Oh, she hates these people, this, that, the third. The industry is fake. The industry is fake. These people are fake. SZA is in the camp of niggas that you should be side-eyeing. And now at the end of the day, and if she chooses to crash out and a couple of the casualties are taken along the way, but the prize is Desiree Perez and Rock Nation. So goddamn it, hey, some casualties might have to be taken, man. I'm sorry. That's going just how it be. That's how it has to go. That's gonna have to be how it's gonna have to be. It's just gonna unfold like that. SZA might have to take one. Punch might have to take one. But we got to get to Desiree Perez. We got to get to the money. We know who's at the top. We not playing with them. Come on. Why are we acting like we playing with them? Why are we acting like we playing with them? We not playing with these niggas. So y'all can't sit here and ignore what's going on. Okay? Y'all can't ignore what she's actually talking about just because you don't like how she's going about it. You got to understand, and this is where I'm kind of wondering how much you really even know on this industry shit, or how much you're in tune as to what's going on and the things that are being said about Rock Nation and Desiree Perez. I don't know if this nigga's paying attention to this shit, but if niggas is over here threatening her, especially if it's a nigga in LA, hey man, we already know how many New York artists died in LA. Okay? We already know how many New York artists died in LA. We can't take that risk. Sorry.
If people got to start going into threats of violence and violence that has been imposed from your side to others, I don't think you want to play that game. Now, do I think that everybody's going to say, well, they said they was going to do this to me, or they said they was going to do that to me? I don't think that that's necessarily going to happen, right? But I'm just like, how confusing is the days of now? Like, what the fuck is going on in these people's lives? What is Nicki Minaj going through? Wayne, Drake, Nicki, the most successful people from Young Money, the hierarchy of the label and the brand. Wayne, regardless to music, loved music, right? Wasn't the biggest fan. We all know how I felt about the album regardless. But the emotions that were displayed via the shows he did, when he got the opportunity to talk about how he felt regarding the Super Bowl and all of that. Drake, with the lawsuit, has now subpoenaed 63 people, including Rock Nation, Dave Free, PG Lang, the NFL. Nicki with this. It's like, yo, I'm going to keep it 1,000. Y'all look sorry. Y'all look sorry. Y'all look like...
I mean, I guess they look like that to people who are not paying attention to what's going on, I guess. But if you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on with Tory Lanez and you just brush that aside, if you haven't been paying attention to what's been going on with Damari Hadley and you just brush that aside, if you haven't been paying attention to all this weird industry shit embodying, and you just, like, you know, I mean, Wayno is the type of nigga who just brushes all of that aside. I'm sorry. You one of those niggas who's like, oh, we're too mature for this. Oh, we're too mature to be looking into all of this shit and doing all of this. Niggas like you are necessary sometimes, but sometimes a crash out is more necessary, nigga. Sometimes you need your crash out. Sometimes you need your crash out. We don't need to be all modest and saying shit in the no. We need to bring attention to this shit because the whole time Nikki is posting Desiree, Demori, and y'all are ignoring all of that shit. Why are you not talking about that? I mean, Wayno, you're growing pretty quickly. You have a pretty, a pretty decent following, and I don't even think it's been a full year of you doing this yet. So how is it that you're just ignoring these things? Like and you're someone who's been in the industry. You've been in the industry. You've managed some of these artists. You know how some of this shit goes. Why are you avoiding the topic at hand? I gotta ask.
Y'all cannot handle whatever pressure has been put on y'all. And I hate to see it. Oh man, do I hate to see it. Ooh, do I hate to see it. Because there was a point in time where everything that y'all represented, or what it seemed that y'all represented, was solid. Togetherness, music, making shit happen, being the top of the top when it came to music and moves and culture and influence, all of that. And now 10 some odd years later, because it's going to be like the 10-year anniversary of What a Time to Be Alive. So think about when that album came out and Young Money at that time versus now. So where it is, and I just think that, like, even with Wayne, I know he's trying to launch a new version of Young Money and come with all his new artists and do all of these things, but legacy. What does the legacy of that brand mean? Everything that has a beginning has an ending. Let's not act like Rockefeller didn't end. I was there. Let's not act like Murder Inc. G-Unit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Cash Money for what we know it as. You know what I mean? Crew-wise, Rough Riders. Every single label that was a boutique that started.
My nigga, you gotta understand, you worried about some shit that other niggas is not worried about. You worried about being PC, acting your age, and all of this. Niggas don't give a fuck. She obviously don't give a fuck. Because what's more important, and it ain't even about her not acting her age. It's about her crashing out and saying the shit that you niggas are afraid to say. Wayno, you would never say this shit. Wayno, you would never call out Desiree Perez. You would never be a leading voice in doing some shit like that. And that's not disrespect. That's not disrespect. That's just a fact. You would never be in Nicki's shoes, no matter how you want to say it, or break it down, or how you would go about it. I don't think you would ever be the person to be like, hey, you know what? I got something to say, y'all. Fuck that. Scratch the record. Turn off every. Look, yeah. I want to expose Desiree Perez and Rock Nation. You're not that type of nigga. So, this is what I have to say to people who are also like Wayno, and you guys just think like, oh, why is she doing this? Why is she acting like this? Why is she always going at all of these artists and this, that, the third? Why are you not? What are you niggas expecting? How do you expect her to act? If you're not going to be the one to lead the charge and talk about this shit, you need to stand the fuck out of the way for the people like me, like a Nikki, like Miss K on IG on X, who be going crazy for Tory every day. You gotta step out. You gotta step aside and let niggas like this just trailblaze. Because as I've said before, there are people who change culture, and there's people who maintain culture. Okay? Let me say that again. There's people who change culture, and there's people who maintain culture. The people who maintain culture are going to forever be at odds with the people who change culture. Because a lot of those people are willing to burn this shit the fuck down and rebuild this shit brick by brick. And there's a lot of that going on in the landscape right now. In hip hop, in America in general, in politics. A lot of niggas is tired. And they're ready to crash out and burn shit down to the ground. And I'm not necessarily mad at them. All I'm saying is, if you're not going to be one of the people who stands on business, because again, we halfway through the video and not once have you actually addressed her issues and what she's going on about and what she's really trying to put to the forefront. You're not talking about that for whatever reason. But maybe you will.
Had an ending. But you know what where the ending came from? From the inside. Now we look at, like I said, I just mentioned all those boutique labels. You know, one of the reasons why rap is failing is because y'all niggas can't figure out a way how to be mature. Let's just keep it 1,000. Y'all can't figure out a way how to be mature and handle and manage your emotions. Read the books about emotional intelligence and how to navigate that shit. Learn that every time you get mad, you can't just throw a tantrum and take your ball and run off the court and say, nobody's going to play if I can't play. You can't do that.
This is not Nicki complaining about niggas using bundles and album sales and shit like that. I don't know what you've been paying attention to, brother. A lot of you niggas be intentionally missing the plot. This is not Nicki complaining about album sales and niggas using underhanded tactics and selling bundles. This is her calling out some of the most shadiest people in the industry. This is her calling out an innocent man being behind bars. This is her putting all of that shit to the forefront. You niggas are losing the plot. And I'm sorry that y'all are, but y'all are.
Know that every time you get a win, there's a L coming. Oh, trust and believe. We all take them. From the people at the highest point to the lowest point. Everybody loses. Everybody loses. But what is up with y'all? I just think it's very confusing. I think it's very childish. Now, one could talk about, you know, the streets and let me tell you something. My best friend is doing a very, very lengthy bid. He didn't go to jail for nothing violent. He was getting money. But I miss him every day, man. And then I got friends that did go to prison for violent things and all of that. And it's like just this whole idea of like calling somebody like, oh, if y'all say this, we gonna get on you. And that shit is childish. You mean to tell me that we are now, every artist that you've liked over the past 20 years or the last 15 that was in their 20, they're now in their 40s or approaching their 40s and nobody knows how to be an adult.
Yo, the thing is, everybody don't got time to sit back and be the type of nigga to just watch shit from afar and be like, damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's wild. Damn, what she say? Damn, they doing that? Damn, that happened? Oh, that's fucked up. But ultimately, you niggas don't do shit. You not a revolutionary. You not a revolutionist. Or whatever the fuck you call it. You not ready to turn this shit on its head. And that's okay. Everybody's not built like that. But you can't be over here critiquing a motherfucker that's cut like that if you're not going to really address the real issues of what she's been really saying. You over here talking about legacy and this and that. My nigga, if she bring down Rock Nation, if she's played a part in that, nigga, that's legacy. That's real nigga shit. all the antics aside and the side beefs and the side missions and shit, we know what the mission is. And she's wilding out. She going crazy. Right now, Damari Hadley has a gag order. She can't speak anymore or do any more interviews or anything like that about these cases. She can't. So Nicki is being that voice. Nicki has been that voice and not letting the shit die down. She is putting this shit forward every day. And if she's using the beef to do it, hey, like I said, some casualties got to be taken. It's bound to happen. It's war. And I'm not going to side-eye her taking every precaution to protect herself against Roc Nation. We've seen what the industry has done to some of our favorite artists already. We know it. Y'all can sit here and act like everything's a fucking conspiracy. Everything can't be a fucking conspiracy. Everything can't just be chalked up to a fucking conspiracy. And I'm here to tell you it's not. There's wild shit that goes on. So we can't sit here and ignore everything that is the root of what she's saying just because you want to talk about legacy or a motherfucker acting their age. Let's talk about what she's really saying.
Nobody understands conflict resolution. Nobody understands how to build things.
What kind of conflict resolution do you use against a woman who played her hand and putting an innocent man in jail? What kind of conflict resolution or conversation or adult conversation do you have with a woman who is willing to put cameras in your bedrooms, track your phone, clone your phones, track you, get you Baker acted, take away your rights, get you committed, let's see, pay off your job so that they can help get you committed? What kind of conversation do you have with a woman like that? What kind of conversation, what kind of de-escalation or adult conversation do you have with a woman like that who's done all of these things? Who's done things that are egregious that we don't even yet know about? But it's going to be through this door that we figure all of this shit out. And you niggas are over here talking about legacy and niggas acting their age? Brother, I know you not this blind. And you obviously not deaf. So what's the problem? What are y'all not getting? It's a lot of y'all on X who are sitting here talking about this shit, but y'all not getting, y'all missing the plot.
Nobody understands how to collectively come to the table, put feelings aside, and think logically. Think logically for a moment or a second so that you can convey your message or articulate your points without having to yell and point fingers and everybody's against me. It's just like, yo, I'm gonna keep it 1,000, man. Like, this whole thing about how, like, even with down to the Roc Nation thing, is like they're just responsible for everything wrong with everything is just ridiculous to me.
No. See, now he's finally speaking on it, but now you trying to be disingenuous. Talk about what she's really talking about when it comes down to Roc Nation. Talk about Damari Hadley. Do your research. Speak on that. This is not her just acting like Roc Nation is everything wrong with the world. It's not that. So we can quit that. We can quit that act. This is way deeper than that. This is specific. She even detailed, verbatim detailed, what she has a problem with when it comes down to Roc Nation. She said it multiple times. Look at this. Good morning, everyone. Except Desiree Perez, CEO of Rock Nation. She's being accused by her daughter in a lawsuit where she allegedly put listening devices and cameras in her adult daughter's room. She allegedly lied that her daughter was on drugs and that her son-in-law was a woman beater to put him in jail and her in a mental facility. She's alleged to have called her black son-in-law a nigger while beating on her daughter. She was pardoned by President Trump a few years ago on unrelated charges. Thank you for your cooperation on this matter. Her daughter's Twitter is, and then she lists her Twitter. Her daughter is on a gag order, so she can't do any more interviews. But you can still check them out. Check out the ones she did do on YouTube. So that seems very specific, very specifically outlined in what she has a problem with. This is not her just complaining again about record sales and bundles. It's very specific what she's talking about. So I don't get you niggas' narrative when you clearly ignore all of this shit. She's saying verbatim what's going on. Verbatim. So why are you niggas just trying to brush it off as, oh my God, oh, here she goes. She's trying to act like everything that's wrong with Rock Nation. You're not even reading this shit. It sounds like you're not even reading this shit.
There's no level of accountability with none of these niggas. None of them. None of them. Man, take Jay-Z out of it. Just period. Hip-hop in its totality, think about it from the perspective. Let's be Jordan Lucas for a second and think about the perspective of being the white man running all of this and how he looks at things. Oh, you was selling the most records, and y'all was doing songs together. You was selling the most records, and I was putting money behind all of y'all, and none of y'all know how to even address things behind closed doors or get things done over with. Yeah, everybody's just using social media, laughing to the bank. While everybody's pointing the finger about what this one did, that one did, and the other one did, y'all still signed in them ridiculous deals. Y'all still signed.
I mean, I get you, but this is not about none of that, brother. What she's talking about ain't about none of that. This is not no back and forth beef about some dumb shit. No, we finally pointing the finger at the right person. We finally got her. The fuck? The fuck are you not getting, nigga? We finally caught her, nigga. So we not about to be like, oh man, we need a kumbaya. Let's stop all the beef. No, nigga. We finally found the nigga at the top pulling the strings, nigga. We finally got her zeroed in. She's finally locked in. So why the fuck would we now let up? Because you niggas think this shit is inappropriate. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. This is why I take a New Yorker to do certain shit. This is why I take a nigga from the towns to do certain shit. Because we gonna give it up. Filthy. Pause. Sorry. That's just how it goes. Sometimes you need a nigga like this.
In them deals.
Sometimes you need to point your finger and say that's the bad guy. I get it.
Where the white man's ice was colder, and y'all rather do business that way than do it any other way, or take a shot on yourselves to do business. That's why everybody's in the predicament that they in. Y'all scared to be man and woman enough to admit y'all mistakes, rights or wrongs. And this is not just to Nicki, this is to the whole music industry, for people who are failing and pointing the finger, or just people in life who are scared to admit that they had or could have been wrong at one point or another. I just think that it's childish to weaponize the streets and then also weaponize law enforcement. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You can't on one hand say,
I mean, I think we know Nicki's playing. I think all she was saying is, nigga, if you're threatening me, threatening my husband, why are you threatening me? You can see my husband. I got a whole man. What you threatening me for? I'm a female. I don't understand why niggas ain't getting that. You're being willingly obtuse, like just willful ignorance once again. Like it's not making sense to me. It's not clicking to me. If she's taking the shit, which I think she's low key trolling, but maybe Auntie don't know what getting put in the blender means. But she obviously took it as a threat. Okay? She asked, was it a threat? Homie had plenty of time. I mean, it's Nicki fucking Minaj. I'm pretty sure he knew Nicki Minaj was tweeting him. He had plenty of time to say, ma'am, it was not a threat. I apologize. I want nothing to do with this. I want no parts of this. And I think he did actually respond. Actually. What's his name? Mac Wop? It's a crazy name. Crazy name. I think he did finally respond. Who put a fucking H in this shit? What is this? What is this nigga's name? Okay. What is he saying? Okay, yeah, here we go.
I feel it's the Barb's fault that's empowering all of this fuckery right here. Like, I feel like when she did this, the Barb should have been stepping in. Like, at this point in Nicki's career, we ain't like the Barbs. Y'all been leading Nicki down this dark alley. I'm gonna be honest. Y'all are leading Nicki Minaj down a dark alley to the point of no return. Y'all are not letting this lady age gracefully. Y'all not letting her age gracefully. Like, when I'm looking at Nicki Minaj, I'm like, damn, why Nicki Minaj ain't in her Clips era? Like, why Nicki Minaj ain't in her Clips era doing it up? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be in your bag right now. You ain't supposed to be hollering that MacWop on Twitter. Like, what the fuck? Like, and I'm like, bitch. Excuse me. I'm like, damn. Like, I never would have thought it would have been a time. I'm ignoring it.
They don't want no smoke.
Not Nicki. Not Nicki. Like, and truth in the details, chat. I felt, if I'm being completely honest with y'all, I felt I wasn't even going hard at her. I wouldn't even want to go at her because that's Nicki Minaj. Now I'm like, damn, why Nicki Minaj crowd chasing the WAP? Like, what you doing? You got an album? What you got going on?
Not cloud chasing.
She's going that business. Anyway, let's slow it down. So Nicki, I wasn't threatening you, sweetheart. I don't want nothing done to you. I don't.
Okay, he said it.
Worried about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even worried about you. Like, you down there. Yeah.
To be honest, I figured he was talking about rap. If I'm being completely honest, I figured he was talking about on some Kendrick and Drake shit. But I don't know who you was about to have step to Nicki. They probably getting Doechii prepared, maybe. But I don't know. Kendrick's gonna have to be in there writing hard for her. But yeah, you know, I definitely see that happening. It seems like it's getting to that, where TDE about to lock and load Doechii real quick and fucking, you know, just bomb on Nicki real quick. You know what I'm saying? I told you they've been getting her ready, but he did apologize. It seems. Yeah, but when it comes down to it, you know, I really feel like people are really just missing the plot when it comes down to the whole Nicki Minaj thing and what she's actually getting into. So yeah, I really feel like niggas gotta if you're not willing to, like I said, step to the forefront and, you know, really call this shit for what it is, you gotta shut the fuck up. You just gotta stand aside. You gotta stand aside. The fuck? God damn. Okay, so let's get to the next topic if we can. Because there's a lot going on. Okay? Let me get to it real quick if we can. I know it's in here, but we gotta. It's crazy, y'all. Niggas is over here. Niggas is over here going in on man. We gotta get into it. Hold on. Let me just pull it up, man. This is lesson numero uno now. Lesson numero uno. Okay, let's get into it. Look at man, Tony Busby. He says on April 20th, 2025, the Busby law firm filed a complaint against the Nevada in Nevada, making several allegations against Shannon Sharpe on behalf of our client. Both sides acknowledge a long-term consensual and tumultuous relationship. After protracted and respectful negotiations, I'm pleased to announce that we have reached a mutually agreed upon resolution. All matters have now been addressed satisfactorily and the matter is closed. The lawsuit will thus be dismissed with prejudice. So the boy, Shannon Sharpe, man, Unc done went ahead and settled, man. Yes, sir. He settled. He settled his lawsuit. He was talking all of this shit about none of this shit being true, this, that, the third. But the nigga just got fleeced by a 20-year-old. He let that ass right there from the back. Goddamn. My nigga, ain't you like 50? You can't be 50 getting fleeced by a 20-year-old. This is why you niggas don't lead with money. You can't lead with money, my nigga. Because when you lead with money, you just asking to be finessed. You asking for it. You lead with throwing a bag at bitches. That's all the bitch is gonna look at you as. A bag, nigga. She gonna, I mean, some of these niggas, this is why the game is fucked up right now. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. The game is fucked up because of niggas like this. They just throwing the bag at these bitches left and right. I promise you. Any bitch is damn near to the point where any bitch that you see who is, I don't know, just always done up, always going out on trips. I don't give a fuck if she work or not. It's because these niggas be throwing bags at her. These niggas just be, the niggas won't even, before they even say anything to the bitch, they offering her a bag. Like, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this?
How much is one of the backpacks?
I don't even know. It's a lot.
What you streaming? You supposed to know that?
It's like 30,000.
Okay. So
we're gonna work to that. Okay.
I mean, we're in the age if you know somebody, you know people that can help you. You know what I'm saying? So before you leave, I'll make sure you have that backpack for sure.
The game is fucked up because of niggas like this. The game is fucked up because of niggas like this. With this that they first meet, like look what she went like, nigga. She pulled that string. Them shits is out. They out there. I hope he at least smashed. But my nigga, 30K off rip. She ain't even work for it. And she over here throwing you the hints too. You can't see, bitch. She prepped him for that. Bitches be over here throwing those little signs like, yeah, you know, I'm gonna work hard, about to manifest this backpack, you know. Manifest this backpack. That's the bitch putting out a SOS. Like, nigga, you can sit at my table if you get me this. My nigga, this is egregious. This is why the game is fucked up. This is why Shannon Sharpe is in this fucking lawsuit or whatever that he's in right now. This is why.
For sure. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Don't lie to me.
Gotta take care of my people.
Don't do that.
I gotta take care of my people.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyways, y'all, 111 on the clock. We are at Saints Noir Cafe.
Yeah.
We're waiting for
the owner.
The owner.
The owner to get here.
Yes.
You know. So.
But we're manifesting the backpack.
Shit. Bitch said we manifesting the backpack. Bitch, you not slick. But then this nigga just, all right, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Some of these niggas will just be a drop in the bucket. But this is what you out here competing with. You competing with niggas like this. You competing with niggas like this, and then they turn into niggas like this. Okay? You compete with niggas like that, they turn into niggas like this. This is what the situation turned into. All right? Or she get a baby out of you. Then she get that real bread. This bitch just dipped before she wanted the baby, but she fucked up before she got that. You know what I'm saying? Either that or she realized that baby, she wasn't about to get that baby. Nigga 50. Nigga say, a baby? Bitch, I'm not taking care of no more fucking kids. The fuck? That's what he really was thinking. So she said, all right, I'm not about to get the baby, the child support, the marriage. It's time to make my exit. And now you got this nigga out here settling, getting fleeced by a 20-year-old. This is egregious. I'm sorry. What the fuck was you doing? Like, nigga, what were you doing? What the fuck did you have going on out here, my boy? I get it, but the pussy, and how much was the settlement for? Because Shorty sued you for a cool 50 M's. That's crazy. You feel me? How can you just let a bitch like this just fleece you for a cool 50 M's? And you think we just about to let that slide and not ask no questions, my brother? You might have to take a whole nother vacation. Like, god damn. You already know how it was when we saw this, nigga. Man, I fell down to my knees when the law came. This shit is sad. What happened to, this is a fleece? None of this shit is true. Bro. She up right now. I'm not gonna hold you. She probably about to start a podcast, get a couple of interviews and shit. I don't know, man. But as I said, this is exactly why you can't leave with money. You be fucking up the pool. You be fucking it up. This is why these bitches out here don't want you unless you got something. Unless you got something for them up front. And a motherfucker like this, she already got a roster. She was coming up front. I need this. I need 30K. I need to get my boobs done. I need to get this. I need to get that. Look, there's plenty of women out here who's chilling. And she a OnlyFans chick. He was on OnlyFans gooning and then got caught up. Like, bro, this is why I can't also be over here falling in love with these OnlyFans bitches. Like, what are you doing? She out here for the bag. She ain't looking to fucking be in no relationship with you for real, nigga. You a lick. And you niggas with significantly less money be doing the same shit. I don't get it. I don't get why you feel like you have to. This is just straight no game. You just, all right, fuck it. Let me just throw the bag at her. What you want? Like, y'all niggas gotta stop doing that shit. Y'all niggas be having good jobs, no kids, throwing a bag at a bitch for no reason. A bitch you got a bag to touch you. I done seen it. Cause a bitch, a nigga like that would be throwing the bag at a bitch, then she go home and get on the phone with me. Or come to my crib after not fucking you. And you know what she does? Fuck me. The fuck? I've seen it happen. I've watched it. I watched a nigga sit here and pay for bags. I've watched a nigga take a bitch to the airport to come to fly out to me, pay for the flight, pay for the ticket, pay for the luggage. I watched a nigga buy a bitch all type of flowers, do this and that, take a bitch shopping to the mall. And you know what that bitch did? That bitch came home and got on the phone with me. She didn't even call that nigga. He couldn't even get a FaceTime at the end of the night. Nigga couldn't even get a kiss goodbye. Okay? And you niggas be out here throwing a bag at a bitch. I'm just telling you. I was looking at I almost wanted to apologize to the nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's a sad thing to see. I almost wanted to apologize to the nigga, but I say all of that just to say it's not worth it. It is not worth it. That nigga was down bad. I mean, had a good job, was spending that bag. I know another nigga. He had a little shorty. Another, I mean, probably making a good rack a week. And we fresh out of high school. This nigga making a rack a week, spending a bag on a bitch, who at the end of the day, ultimately, ended up leaving you. You never fucked. And it was just like, so what the fuck did you even get out of this shit today? I mean, I know she got a bunch of shopping sprees, bags, dinners, free cab rides. You dropping her off lunch, dropping her off breakfast. What did you get out of this relationship, nigga? You niggas be on this one-ended imaginary relationships, spending the bag on the bitch, fucking the whole game up. And the only people that survive are the niggas who got game and got confidence. And I'm telling you, niggas gonna eat regardless. But you niggas who ain't eating, and by eating, you know what I mean, you ain't out here eating, you just making it harder on yourselves, brother. You making it harder for all you niggas. Cause then your entry fee is you paying for some shit or buying some shit. That be your entry fee. Automatically, if that's your entry fee for you to chill with a bitch, kick it with a bitch, vibe, already you know, my nigga, just leave it alone before your feelings get involved and ultimately get hurt. A lot of you niggas be out here loving bitches before y'all even make contact with them. Be out here falling in love at first sight and shit, all of this weird shit. I don't know what you niggas be having going on. But you gotta stop it. Shannon Sharpe, nigga too old, too rich for this shit. Can still get too many bitches. All of these, look. You need to find you a big ass country bitch. Like Monique said. She warned you, nigga. And now you out here settling. This is egregious. This is sad. Okay? I don't want to see shit like this out here for you niggas. I don't want to see it, okay? Or niggas like this out here paying for bags. Paying for these bags of 30K. Nigga, what pussy is worth 30K? It's like Locker Room said, nigga. Ain't no pussy worth 30K, my nigga. What are you out here doing? What are you doing? No pussy is worth 30K. Did you at least fuck before you offered a bag of $30,000? Did you at least fuck? I get it, you niggas be athletes, it be a drop in a dime, but you niggas, it be the athletes too. These niggas be fucking the game up the most. These niggas be fucking the game up the most. Having $100 million and shit like that. 30K is nothing. They really be fucking the game up for these rappers, for the real. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay down here with all the regular bitches and play my regular game, okay? But we be up. Okay, the score be up over here. even on a bitch like this. You feel me? Because they still come back to the hood. Regardless of you spinning a bag and all of that weird shit, they still come back to the hood. Sorry to say. Okay. We're winding down to the end of it, but real quick, let's make sure we don't got any more topics before we hit our last one, because there's been a lot of shit going on, like I said today. Like, shit's been crazy. But yeah, let's just go ahead and hop into it. We're gonna get into some political talk now. Okay, we moving into some seriousness. We moving into what's really going on out here in these streets. And when I say these streets, I mean the streets that the white niggas own and the Jewish niggas own. Okay? The real streets, nigga. All right? So we're going to get into a little bit of that because Obama is being accused of treason. All right? So let's see this real quick. Tulsi Gabbard dropped this little bit of information. She says Americans will finally learn the truth about how in 2016 intelligence was politicized and weaponized by the most powerful people in Obama administration to lay the groundwork for what was essentially a years-long coup against President Donald Trump, subverting the will of the American people and undermining our democratic republic. Here's how. Okay. So it says this was the creation of the Russia hoax. It says real intelligence assessment. Russia and criminal actors did not impact recent U.S. elections results by conducting cyber attacks on the infrastructure. Then this is when Donald Trump wins in 2016. And on December 9th, it says a secret Russia meeting happens. Obama officials meet and plan the Russia hoax. So also on December 9th, it says IC begins outlining new assessments to claim election was hacked. And then, what does it say? POTUS briefing pulled. So it says IC puts product that contradicts Russia hoax narratives. Okay. So then there's some deep state leaks. Obama officials use their media propaganda arm to spread fake news. Okay, shit is mad small. And then it says secret CIA assessments say Russia was trying to help Trump with the White House. Then it says U.S. officials, Putin personally involved in U.S. election hack. Okay, these are news articles that NBC and the Washington Post post. And we got one from the New York Times that says Russia hackers acted to aid Trump in election, U.S. says. Okay, so this was the propaganda. It says fake weaponized assessment. It says suppressed prior intelligence showing Russia lacked intent and capability to hack the 2016 election. It equals Russia hoax. Okay, so let's get into what Aaron Mate says about this, and which is a much more trusted source than Tulsi Gabbard and the Trump administration right now, which I'm not gonna lie, this is 100% a ploy to distract us from the Epstein files, which 100% we got foots on next. We ain't letting up about that shit. We need that shit to drop. Go ahead and put it out, okay? But other than that, it says newly declassified documents show that the U.S. intelligence leaders concealed findings that undermine their core allegations of a sweeping and systematic Russian interference campaign in 2016 election. Russia alleged hack and release of Democratic Party emails via WikiLeaks. Okay. In January 2017, the U.S. intel assessment, overseen by CIA Chief John Brennan, and endlessly parroted by media outlets, claimed that Russia was behind the email hacking. Now, in July 2025, we learned that the ICA hid the fact that the FBI and NSA only had low confidence in the attribution of the data leaks to Russia. This was because the September 2016 Intel assessment explained we lack sufficient technical details to correlate the information posted online to Russia state-sponsored actors. So basically, they didn't even believe that Russia did this shit, according to the FBI and NSA. This was obvious to those of us who read the available evidence. Rather than just writing down what U.S. intelligence leader told us to, during the 8+ years to buried evidence in media stenography, we were told that Russian interference not only put Trump in power, but represented the Pearl Harbor 9/11 level threat to U.S. democracy and security. It was all a scam. So basically, this is some important information. Obviously, we already know the Russiagate thing was a hoax. And this is obviously was led by the Obama administration, so they're trying to point that finger at him and perhaps see if he committed treason. So we'll see where that goes. I think this is pretty interesting, but this is also something to distract us from the Epstein files, which I believe 100% we should not let out of our sights. Okay, we got to keep that shit at the forefront. But this is pretty interesting. Okay, we got to see what unfolds. Obviously, the conservatives are on Obama's ass. They've always been, but now they have maybe something that is a little bit more concrete. We're hearing it from Aaron Mate. So, and this is one of my very trusted, you know what I'm saying, sources to go to when it comes down to somebody who is unbiased and calling things on both sides. So this is what I mean when I say we got to zoom into the things that are really happening in the world, because it correlates a lot to what we see happen in hip hop. They all brush shoulders with these people, and hip hop is used as an arm for these exact people. You know what I'm saying? So when you see what they're doing, you see their agenda and the stuff that they're trying to do, you kind of get it. So it is what it is. We're going to see what unfolds on that. If Obama truly has committed treason, we'll see how he skates this one, or maybe he won't. But right now, there's a war going on again of people who are saying that Obama has presidential immunity, according to what Donald Trump implemented. But, you know, Trump's side doesn't exactly believe that's the truth, according to his, 35 counts, 37 counts, okay, that he was indicted on. And he got the mugshot and all that good shit. So, yeah. So, we'll see where it goes. And if it goes somewhere, we'll be here to cover it. I think it'll be pretty interesting, but I don't think we should be distracted by these Epstein files, okay? We gotta stay on focus. Desiree Perez, Epstein files, Rock Nation, Tory Lanez, okay? UMG. That's it. All right? That's all we focused on. All right? That is it. So that's all I got for you guys today. We're gonna keep it a little brief than we have in the last couple of days, because we've been going in, okay, but we've been a little bit consistent. It's the weekend, so we'll see where that goes and how my time gets divided. We might be back in here tomorrow, depending on how the landscape is looking, and if we got more things to talk about, we'll be here to talk about it. All right, real quick before I get out of here, again, go ahead and join the Doja Room community. If you're watching, go ahead and hit this video with a like. If you're on X, hit it with a repost. Join the Doja Room community. Excuse me. Go ahead and join the Doja Room community and check out the community playlist. All right. We got them right in here. We got the tunes for your head tops. And if you make music, go ahead and post that in the community. I'm sure people would love to listen to it, hear it. And if you want some critique, we can critique. All right. So this is a community for the music lovers, for the stoners, the hippies, the hip hop enthusiasts. This is all for y'all. All right. So get in here, get into the playlist, listen to them, go ahead and spread them. You know what I'm saying? Share them to your peoples and join the Doja Room community. This is where you can get updated on everything every time we go live and shit like that. Okay, so we'll keep that brief. Also, we'll be posting the album or the mixtape, Vibes and Highs. So go ahead and get into that by yours truly and check that out. And I appreciate everybody who has tuned in today. This is another episode of the Doja Room. I'm your boy, Dope Boy Diesel. Y'all know what I'm about. I'm here for y'all, and we here to keep some consistency. You know, we had to take a little break off that Diddy shit, but we back and we in full effect, okay? So appreciate you guys for stepping into the Doja Room. Again, to all my stoners, hippies, and hip-hop enthusiasts, thank you for coming into the Doja Room. I'm out. Let's hit that outro.
Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. Spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't feel that I work too hard. Poetry on it.